Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elle, and I am chronicling my first bikini fitness competition prep. So basically, this is my journey to the stage. Um, and I wanted to provide a little update because I've been kind of back in the swing of things for like a couple of weeks now. Um, Post vacation, post injuries. Um, and I wanted to come on because I've realized that I knew these injuries were a little more major because of like the time. My foot was like about like 4 months where I didn't really have full function. Um, if you haven't seen my previous videos, I had a fallen arch in my left foot. That was pretty significant. And once that healed, I had pretty severe heel pain, which sometimes comes with fallen arches. And I talk about how I had to revamp my entire footwear, basically on vacation. And that was quite sobering, because it's not often that you're forced to remove every piece of footwear you have in your closet, because one of your feet is failing to perform, basically, and that's what happens when you have a dropped arch. So on that end, one of the things that has come from that is, even though I've been able to go back to the gym and begin to squat heavy, deadlift, do a different range of squats with dumbbells and in the squat rack. One thing I haven't been quite able to do, and have been advised not to do yet, is to walk in my competition heels, like for practice. And I might not be able to for like a while. I'm thinking maybe another month or so, because competition heels, as you may or may not know, they pretty much have no arch support. They could be 5-inch heels, and that the worst case scenario is that my arch drops again, and I can't do that. Like it's a big, humongous time element that is robbed from me if I do competition prep walking. So I can't really do that in heels. So that's something that's come up for me. Another thing I realized is that on the forum made another video because basically I wanted to prep, and I announced that I was prepping, and I even like started a TikTok account because I wanted to prep and I wanted to compete for a very long time, and I've kind of just never really got the nerve to. And I think and I got injured prior to opening up the TikTok account. But I was kind of managing. I was like doing whatever I can to just get around the injuries. But I failed miserably, as is the case with injuries. So I had been, prior to maybe this month, a little bit more inconsistent than I would have liked, because I would walk in the wrong kinds of shoes, and I'd have a great day doing treadmill work or squatting, and the next day I pay for it, and I really couldn't even. I'd have to drag my foot literally because I was in so much pain. So it was very, very inconsistent, to my displeasure. And then I think it was like in the last 2 weeks, I was doing cleans. I was in the gym with a 30-pound bar, and I was in a lot more pain than I had liked to be. The cleans got done. I did them with a 30-pound bar. thankfully to my better judgment, because I was so like gung ho, I wanted to try a 40-pound bar. But good, thankfully there was something that was like, Elle, why don't we try a 30-pound bar just for starters? And it was painful, my forearm. I made another video on how I tore my forearm and how that's been slow to heal, despite therapy, despite heat therapy, despite physical therapy, resistance bands. That one's just been tricky because, as I explained, that one is close to the nerve and close to the joint. So basically, that's my long-winded way of saying that I've had to like re-examine my capabilities, and match it up with a calendar, and also match it up with what has to happen for me to get on a scale. And the reality is, I have to, I'm working out, and there's a good amount of weight to lose. Um, I'm about 100 pounds over stage weight. And I could talk about that in another video, a little bit more in depth. But right now, I just want to kind of see it as like, that's my reality. That's something I'm willing to overcome. But that's also something I need certain tools to overcome, such as a working forearm that works 100%, and also a foot that works 100%, that I can squat heavy with. I've started to squat light, like 40 pounds, maybe 50 pounds, with my medical grade orthotics and my new footwear and all that. But I still, from now again, still have some spasms. And this is just life. So I'm basically here to let you know that life happens to me just like it's happened to you. And I'm trying to look at it realistically. I'm not going to be able to lose 100 pounds in like 20 weeks, especially given the fact that I want to do it in a healthy fashion, also in a sustainable fashion. I want my journey to the stage to be a healthy one, especially given the fact that I'm coming off 2 significant injuries. I don't want to get injured again, and I don't want anything unhealthy to happen while I'm prepping, since I've wanted to do this for such a long time. So I've looked at my calendar, and I found a show that is not the original show I wanted to, because I really can't. I can't rush to get into show heels and walk and rush my foot, because if I rush my foot, I can risk losing my foot, and it'll take months to heal again, and that will be almost the entirety of 2025, and I can't do that. I mean, I can do that because I can push myself, but that's not the point of this YouTube channel or my my life. I found the show for next March. I know it's a little ways off, but I tell myself, well, Elle, you got a lot of weight to lose, so it works. It works out. I found the show for next March happening in the state I'm in, which means I wouldn't have to travel. Which traveling wouldn't be an issue. I love traveling, but when you're traveling for a show, that's just one more added thing, because you're already stressed because you're going to compete, you're going to walk on a stage, and if you're already introverted a little bit like I am sometimes, we don't need a road trip to add on to the show. So it's 37 weeks out, and I think that's the best show for me, given the fact that I'm still at the tail end of these recoveries, and I still have to be patient with these recoveries, because I can't rush my foot and I can't rush my grip when I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. So, and I can't rush the show because I do have a good amount of weight to lose, which is losable, and I'm doing it in a natural way too, losing it. So I'm at peace with my decision. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm okay. It's 37 weeks out. It's a local show. Um, it's an OCB show, and it's the category be bikini. So yeah, so I just wanted to hop on, give you guys an update. Hope everyone's doing well. If you have any questions about anything, you can let me know. I love hearing from you guys. If you have any questions about my foot, if you have any questions about my forearm, I made videos. You can find them right here, or you can just let me know here, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Anywho, that's my spiel. That's my update. We're looking for a show. We're looking to do the show in mid-March. Um, yeah, so it's 37 weeks out. I know it's a long prep. It's a long prep that you've probably seen. I know I've never really seen a 37-week prep, but we'll be doing it together, and I'm excited. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.